Hey there! Hi there, everybody. Today is Tuesday, and we are doing our Living Life with Laurie Facebook Live. How are you doing today? I'm Laurie Larson. So today, how do you like my glasses and my beautiful flowers? I'm pretty impressed with it. Those of you that are listening to just the audio, you're missing out on that, so check out my YouTube page. And you can see the actual video of this if you so dare. So what did I want to talk about today? Well, I'd actually started a live video here just a few seconds ago and popped in the idea of talking about, when we're creating or choosing our lives, it doesn't necessarily show up like we think it's going to. And that often, if we can allow ourselves to be out of control with life, not the like crazy out of control, but just allowing life to just contribute to us, the universe to contribute to us, it can actually show up way better than we expect. So what's really cool is in creating our lives, and this particular past week with my husband and I, we actually got ourselves a couple of puppies. So I'm just gonna change this off here. I figured out actually how to take this off so you can see me. There you go. How's that? So anyways, we got ourselves a couple of puppies. They are, from what we've been told, they're definitely a mix, but they are a lab crossed with a German Shepherd. The two of them are brothers. They look very different. So you would never think they were brothers at all. And what was really interesting is the first night that we brought them home, it was like, oh shit, what have we gotten into? Because man, oh man, hi Laurie. Those little buggers are, so far, quite a bit of work. And it's kind of what I wanted to sort of bring up about today, is that, I don't know about you, but I found this in my life. Like, I have not been working at a job, per se, for about a year and a half now. And I would say that my life is pretty comfortable. I don't have to work. If I want to have extravagances and extra things, well, then it might be good. If I, wanted to do something that could create some financial support with that. Yet there's not a have to. So if I wanted to, basically for the rest of my life, well, probably I'd be able to just take it easy. And is that enough? So this is kind of something that I've been asking lately, is what's going on in my life enough for me? Would I like to have more? And if that's the case, what would the more be? Now, I can totally tell that as I'm trying to do this, I'm wanting to figure out how to say this all properly. So I'm just going to wing it and just, talk, and it may have a pattern and it may not. I may get squirreled. I'm actually very good at getting squirreled. So anyways, we got these puppies. Now, right now, where I live in Alberta, there's a lot of snow. There's a crap ton of snow, and it snowed last night, and it snowed this morning, and, oh, no, it has actually stopped snowing now. And, so we can't let the puppies outside because they're they're about 8 weeks old. It's created where our cats, who normally sleep in the garage, now have to sleep out in the other big shop because we have to keep the dogs contained. We also want to have them have a friendly meet and greet here soon, not one where either party is freaked out by the whole process. We want the puppies to get conditioned in about, 3 weeks, 2 weeks? 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. My husband leaves for 2.5 weeks to go to Europe with our daughter. So why would we pick now to get puppies. Oh my God. I was thinking the same thing on Sunday night after we picked them up. Like, why would we get them now? And what I've discovered is that when we ask for things in this crazy universe, when we ask for things in our lives, when we want to have more fun and we want to have more joy and we want to have more just even life in our living, then we make choices that create experiences like getting new puppies. So, hi Maxine. So we got these lovely little puppies. Now I have been going outside like 3-4 times a day to clean up after them. They're right now currently in our garage. And so I have to clean up after them on all accounts. The newspaper that they're ripping up, their newspaper that they're not pooing and peeing on, the stuff that they're taking out of our recycling and chewing up. Like, oh my God, like I said, what were we thinking? And so the first night I kind of went into the whole, like I said to my hubby, I was like, okay, I don't need a lecture about this. What I need is support. And I realized it was me that mostly spearheaded this idea of getting 2 puppies. And I really did. I mean, he loves his dogs and he's outside. We've got a big farmyard. And so he likes to be outside with them. And they're such a contribution in the yard. And then they keep out those things like foxes and coyotes and raccoons and skunks and all that kind of stuff. So it's like I'm aware of a future. And by choosing now, there's some work that's involved in order to create that future. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have wanted to totally avoid work. I have. I have wanted to, like, I'm not sure where I bought it, that having a comfortable life, like a comfortable, and I want to say more easy life than say ease-filled, because you can have like a busy, crazy, like lots going on in your life and you can still have a lot of ease with it. But I'm talking about that kind of life that we sort of buy, that, you know, what we aim for is retirement and then we just sit and watch TV. And that's like something to be celebrated. And I love myself watching a good TV program. I like to PVR The Voice and, you know, and I don't know, some other crazy shows. But I, somewhere along the lines in my world, created a world where I actually did create that, like where pretty much all I could do was just sit on the couch. So partly because of physical ability, well, that was a large part of it. And then it was almost like something to aspire to, you know, to have very little, if anything, to do. So getting these puppies, I'm not going to lie, has been extremely out of my comfort zone. So I was really looking at it. And so the other night I was talking to my hubby, and when I said to him, you know, I don't need a lecture, would you please just give me some support here? I was aware of really wanting to go into like almost like feeling sorry for myself. You know, what did I get into? This was really silly. We shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't have done this now. And then when I went there, I went heavy. Now I know on just one of my other last shows that I did, like last week's and the week before, like I love talking about this heavy and light tool. This heavy is a lie for me and light is true for me. And so when I said that, you know, I was doubting getting the puppies at this time, when I was talking about it, I was aware that that was actually heavy in my world. So And so I was able to call myself out on that, which was really cool, because I also did. I was like, you know, that's actually really heavy, Laurie, so it's a lie. So I wonder what else is possible here. So I started to look at this whole aspect of creating my life, and I'm asking to create my life, yet I've almost bought into at some point in time where creating my life could be just sitting on the couch and doing nothing, and then just expecting everything to come to me and just land in my lap, right? And it was just recently that I was listening to some audio. I like listening to Abraham Hicks with Esther Hicks, and you can find it on YouTube. And she was saying that, you know, really the purpose of our life is to be us, like to be who we be, and to have joy with that. Well, you would just sort of naturally have this enthusiastic joy in your life when you are choosing to be you and when you are being you. I mean, I know I get that for myself. There's kind of like this, it's like my whole life is, you know, lit up with that when I'm choosing to really be me. So, hi Helen, hi Tracy. So, yeah, so anyways, looking at the whole idea of getting these puppies, and you know, even like creating a business has been something that I've talked about also too. You know, wanting to have clients, and I love working and playing with people, like not working with people, but working with people to play with people, right? And yet I go choose it, and I'm like, you know, I don't really want to do that because, you know, maybe I'll have to send out email newsletters on, you know, and then I talk myself out of it. You know, even today when I went to go do the Facebook Live, it was like, oh, today's Tuesday. This is the day that I do my Facebook Live. And I actually woke up this morning feeling like shit, people. I did. Oh my God. I was on the couch. I was laid out. Not gonna lie, I was very grateful for Advil today. And I also thought, if I can't do anything wrong, you know, if you guys have ever heard of Crystal Crawford, she's pretty cool. She says, you know, do it badly, do it wrong, do it anyways. And so that's actually what I thought. So I actually did. I washed my hair. I put in earrings for you guys. Put a sweater on over my nice t-shirt. And I thought, I'm going to do it bad, do it wrong, and do it anyways. And just show up. And I'm really grateful for the Advil. So what I noticed is that I got very... No, it was interesting. When I looked up the word complacent, it didn't say what I've been taught that complacent is. So if there's a better word for what I've bought complacent is, please feel free to share it to me. But what I bought complacency as is when you almost get like, you get so comfortable with your life that you don't actually create anything. You know, it's just kind of like if we get complacent over bullying, we just like, oh yeah, well, it just happens. It's like there's no life in it. That's, you know, that's how I've bought it as. So anyway, so I just noticed that there's a complacency, what I call a complacency, that has been in my life. And yet it's actually not what I've been asking for. I've actually been asking for a greater, more creative, fun, playful life. Hence, the crazy puppies. Oh my God. I tell you, I still, when I went out to the garage about a half an hour before I did this and had to clean up their mess, I was still grumble a little bit. And, you know, I'm aware that that's heavy in my world. And then I stop, you know, and I lower my barriers and I expand out into this amazing universe. And I'm just like, how can these little crazy puppies contribute to me and my life? They've given me, like, how long, I'm not sure if I can't tell how long I've been on here already, but they've already, 2:33, they've given me at least a good 10 minutes worth of chatting on this Facebook Live. And it was really interesting too. Hi, Serena. Oh, thanks, Laurie and Tracy. I'm grateful I showed up too. And thanks for showing up too, you guys. So, yeah, but like with the puppies, the other thing that I noticed is, you know, if you guys have ever heard, you know, you get those little whispers from the universe, you know, do this, do that, you know, call this person or something like that. Well, the other day I was outside with the puppies and something said, you know, do a little Facebook Live with them. And I'm like, Facebook Live? You know, I don't need to do a Facebook Live with the puppies. Anyways, I go into the house, same thing again. The little puppies, you know, I hear, you know, do a Facebook Live. And so, okay, whatever. So I think it was the next day, it might have been Monday, the day after we got them. I went outside and I did a little Facebook Live and I introduced Milo and Joe W to whoever wanted to see them. And what was really funny was that after I did the video and I saw how many people commented and liked the video, I was aware of how much the puppies wanted to contribute to other people. Like, how does it get any better than that? Like, life is just so not linear. It's not, you get puppies so that my husband's happy when he's working out in the farmyard in 6 months when they're finally behaving a little better and we have them trained and staying in the yard and all that kind of stuff, right? And thanks for the hearts. And so it's not linear. They've already started to contribute to us and to contribute to other people. Now, the other thing that I did allow myself, like on Sunday night when I had my little, kind of woe is me, oh shit, what did we get ourselves into? Because I realized with this choice, like normally in our household, my hubby is the one who looks after the animals. He feeds them twice a day. He cleans up after them in the yards, And I was aware that choosing these puppies now, well, I am at home most of the time and he's leaving in 2 weeks for 2.5 weeks to Europe. That guess who is going to be looking after those puppies? And this princess is going to have to choose something different. So that's exactly what I had to do, is talk to myself about that and realize, what's right about this? I've been asking to move myself out of my complacency, right? And so hence these puppies wanted to come to us now. And so we got the cute little buggers and they're contributing, even if it's getting my ass out of the house 4 times a day and going into the garage. So I tell you, it does not show up like you think it's going to, hey? Yeah, I'll just wear my crown. I will, Laurie. And I just hope that they all get who they are dealing with, this Princess Laurie, I tell you. So, but I wanted to mention, because during this past week, someone had shared on Facebook a little video, and it was about a 2-minute blurb from a 16-minute, I think, it's not showing up on my computer right now, about a 16-minute TED Talk. The woman's name is Susan Davids. And she did a TED Talk. I want to go watch the whole thing because just the 2 minutes alone was so good. Her TED Talk is called The Gift and Power of Emotional Courage. And so it was a part in the video where she talks about, for me, it's almost like going into that, like that complacency that I was talking about. And where she was saying about how we've made emotions wrong, as in we've made good emotions right, and we've made sadness, anger, disappointment, and we've made them wrong, wrong to the point where we say deny the information that they have for us. They're not something we want to get, we want to stay stuck in. They're not something we want to lock ourselves into. But if you're feeling sad, there's information in that. Information in the fact that sadness may not be yours. You may be aware of someone else's universe. That sadness you've just lost a pet or a loved one in your family. Or you're sad that you didn't get a job that you just applied for, or whatever it is. But it's a matter of going in and just honoring and acknowledging what those emotions are for you. So this Susan Davids was talking about how we've kind of made it it's almost like we're it's better that you have no feeling about those kind of things. And I was so, and she said, really, if you're asking for that, you're asking to have a dead person's life. Think about it. If you're looking to have a life that has no emotion, or, no emotions that we judge, okay? You're actually looking to have a dead person's life. And I was like, damn, that makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. It read in my world the way I perceived it. And I thought, in a way, that's almost like what we're doing. You hear so many people, my hubby even told me yesterday about someone that he knows His friend he found out 6 months before he retired here. This was about a year ago. He found out about a year ago he had cancer. So he retired 6 months later and he just died. So he died 6 months after he retired. And so it's almost like, wow, he retired. He missed his chance at doing nothing and then dies. Like what I've just noticed? Okay, I may have a little bit of a point of view about this, but I'm just like, what is retirement? Like, what is retirement? What are we supposed to do at retirement that we can't do when we're working? Or what kind of work have we made and created in our lives that we look forward to retiring? And then if we die right afterwards, that's so wrong. I hope you guys are following me, because my mind just wants to go all over the place, And oh gosh. Wow, it's like so many thoughts and no thoughts all at the same time. Like, I'm noticing with myself that it would be really easy for me to just continue to have my life be the way it is now, where I don't work, where I, sit on the couch or make supper or watch my adorable grandson, or the new one that's cooking right now and coming this summer. Woohoo, stay tuned. Yeah, and like, I could have that be my life. And I don't want them to be the answer to my life also. Like, I want my life to be filled with puppies, even if they are annoying, and grandchildren that are exhausting. It took my husband and I, the two of us, pretty much to look after that little bugger, because he's decided that why nap? Well, there's funner things to do. So we were on full bore when we had him all day Sunday. And, it just, in this reality, there's something very appealing about having a really easy, complacent life that begins at retirement. And I mean, I get that there's a whole bunch of different scenarios, some of us enjoy our work. Some people don't enjoy their work. It's different for everybody, and it's different what we're going to create in retirement. And I'm just talking about the part of retirement where it's like we reach for that as a goal that is so much in the future that we forget to live now. And what if that fellow who passed away this week lived more in his life at 56 than someone who lives till they're 85? Like, we just don't know. So what if we live now and enjoy life now, And that's, what I'm stretching myself to, because, as a person that did create a lot of limitation in my body, and has had that for quite a few years, I have gotten really used to, like, not doing very much. I've gotten used to not being able to do very much. So this time in my life for me, where I'm at, as I feel better, is actually stretching me. It's like a whole new beginning at 52 and a half. and creating my life. And what's really, really, really interesting is that I have all these points of view from living 52 years of what, is sort of right or wrong by other people's standards. Some that I've bought, some that I've sold, some that I've lived, kind of good and bad. Some that create more, some don't, and I just am finding that these puppies are getting me out of my comfort zone. And they just are. They're just really getting me out of my comfort zone. And so I've discovered lately, and I love the word messy. And I don't live in a messy house. My house isn't messy. It's not something that creates more for me, so that it's pretty easy for me to keep a fairly clean house, except for dusting. I don't know. Dusting sucks, but that's just me. But what I noticed about, like, allowing myself to embrace life as messy, like, not making sadness and messy emotionally. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can be happy and it can be sad, and I can slip up and say a bitchy comment to my husband and he doesn't hate me, you know, and then in the next moment, like, he can just love me anyways. Do you know, the other day I felt, oh God, I don't know what I'd ate. Okay, Tracy, please come and dust. That would be so awesome. But you know, the other day God, this was so beautiful for me. Like I said, I can be just all over the place. I was feeling really, really, really big. Like, I don't know whatever I'd eaten the day before or something. I woke up that day and I felt really, really, ugh. And my hubby, I turned to him and I said something about, I just don't feel very good, or I feel really big today, or something like that. And he goes, oh, you're just as beautiful as ever. Wow. Like, and I let myself receive that. Because, you know, guys, like, in the years, do you know it's going to be? Well, actually, yesterday was 36 years since him and I started dating. And on April 30th this year will be our 30th wedding anniversary. And for almost that entire time, I have allowed myself to believe that he's thought I was big. You know, I know. So the other day when he said that, I actually allowed myself to receive that, I wonder if there's a different possibility here. So anyways, that was a total sidetrack off of my creation and puppy comments, but hey, how does it get any better? So yeah, anyways, just, yeah. Where else would I like to go with that? But just with the messy thing, you know, I have judged myself so harshly over the years for not being happy all the time, or not being right all the time, or not being whatever I thought was right all the time, or not being nice all the time, or not being a good girl all the time. And all the avoiding of being bad, and all the avoiding of, you know, just anything that I judged myself as being whatever I thought was wrong, right? And so, you know, with that, I'm just allowing life to contribute all of it. You know, the off moments, the good moments, the sweet moments, the angry moments, you know, to let myself know now that I'm having a life that has living in it, as opposed to, you know, a dead person's life. Yeah. Like, how does it get any better? And you know what I'll do is, after I upload this, you guys, I will post that TED Talk in the comments. So if you guys do want to watch it, and, you know, let me know what you think of it too. So, you know, how much can you enjoy your life today? And, you know, those moments, and like, I was actually pretty good at being a mom. Like, my kids are all 25, 27, and 30 now. And, you know, I was pretty good as a mom, like, allowing them to, you know, have their space and to make a mess and stuff like that. And there was still a lot of times where I did get kind of uptight about things. And what I love about where I'm at now, and part of it is because I kind of feel like I'm done parenting, but I noticed with the being a grandma, I'm a Lala. That's what I'm called. I'm called Lala. Laurie Larson, Lala. So I'm Lala. And is that when Parker's over, I allow myself so much more like freedom and enjoyment and presence with him than I could or knew how to when I was parenting. And that's what I'm allowing myself to do with the puppies too. They are stretching me out of my comfort zone. I will probably still say later today and tomorrow, what was I thinking? And I'm going to let that be okay. And I'm still going to love them anyways. And, you know, another thing that I just thought of too is that even if one day, and I highly doubt this will happen, but just because we're allowed to have this freedom, we can't do this with kids. Well, I guess we could, but we probably wouldn't. Is if the puppies got to be too much or something didn't work, we could always see if we could find another beautiful home for them too. So in the fact that a choice doesn't have to be an ending too, or a conclusion, it can be something forward. And how much can I enjoy them each day? And yeah, much can I just enjoy every day? And hi, Jennifer. Happy to see you here, beautiful lady in BC. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and have an amazing day. And how does it get any better? And how messy can you let your life be without judgment? How much fun can that be? All right. Take care, you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, one thing. I wanted to pick a card. Just wait. I just about forgot. Just wait. Oh. I love it. I'm going to use these same ones again. These are those magical wisdom cards. What do we all want to know today? What message today, folks? Oh. Choices. Huh. It says make the best choices. But I think we all know what that means. Just have some fun with it. Have fun with your choices. Let your choices be fun without judging them as right or wrong. Just let your choices be what they are. Like choosing 2 crazy puppies. Oh my God. I'm sure our cats are thinking WTF. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye. Have a great day. See you.